Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my August edition of Dear Color Me. All right. So, without further ado, we want to get right into the questions that have been lingering to be answered by Moi. I get several emails a week asking me questions similar to like Dear Abby almost. And so I decided when I first started this channel, since those are the types of questions I get, I would come on and start a segment called Dear Color Me and come on and answer some of them that may help some of the viewers out there in YouTube land. Okay, but before we get into that, welcome to my channel. I am Color Me Bad Lynn. I am a beauty professional. On my channel, we do fragrance reviews. We talk about hair, wigs, natural hair, skincare, a little bit of makeup, love, relationships, family issues, and faith. All right. So welcome to my channel. I really do appreciate the love. And today we're also going to do a brief first time scent of an amazing fragrance for men that I was sent. I get sent samples. Of course, a lot of you guys probably get sent samples to get you to get into the department stores and buy things. And so what I normally do is I just kind of test them out. And I've been coming on and sharing my first impressions about these fragrances and if I'll actually add them on to my wish list. This one that I'm going to talk about today is a men's fragrance. But I definitely want to go over it because I love men's fragrances as well. And I like to talk about them because they are just as important as we are, right? So my first idea and thought was to come on and try to answer 25 questions in 60 seconds. And I didn't think that was fair to the people who took out the time to expose some of their issues that they're going on in life, they have going on in life, to ask a perfect stranger, because a lot of them don't know me, most of them don't, and ask my opinion and thought on how they should handle certain situations in their life. And so I decided to create a grab bag, okay? So that's what we're going to do. This is one of my birthday bags, and I absolutely love it. My children put my gifts that they got me inside of this bag, and I think it's really pretty. And so I created a grab bag. We're going to pull a question out of the grab bag, and we are going to answer it, okay? Now, the questions that I have in this grab bag are really, really super, super sensitive. Very serious issues, and so I am not going to disclose the names of these people because a couple of these questions that are in the grab bag, the people that are involved on the other end don't know that the person who sent the question to me, so that I've been told, they don't know that they're aware of this or their situation, or that they know about some things that are going on between them. Okay, so to keep their privacy sacred, we will not mention anyone's names. And what I'm going to start doing, I'm trying to figure that out now, is to actually put up on the screen when I read the questions off to you guys, put the question up so you can actually see the emails that are sent to me. You can actually see that there are legitimate emails that are being sent, and we'll just X out the names and email addresses of the said questionnaire. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. This is my little birthday grab bag. I absolutely love this. It's so cute. It's a purse. I love flowers and I love purses. And obviously my kids remember it. You can see the little handle is a little bent up a little bit, but I'm going to keep this bag. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I kept it. Normally I throw stuff away. But I really like this bag and I thought I would use it. So the first thing we're going to use it for is Dear Color Me questions. And so we may continue this because I think it's a cute idea. Okay, so I'm just going to dig into my grab bag and pull out a question. All right, so this one is loaded. So let's do this one, since we're only going to do one question, okay? All right, so I wrote down the questions on a little piece of paper. And I'm going to read off to you what this question says, and then we're gonna come on and try out our men's fragrance and come back and answer this question to the best of our ability. Okay. All right. So the question reads, Dear Colorme, I recently found out that there is a insurance policy with a signature that has been forged with my signature. Whoa. Without going into details, I need help on what to do and how to handle this. I got you. All right, I got you. So that's the question. I'm going to read it again once we take a sniff of our fragrance. So let's take a little bit of a break and let that question marinate a little bit. The fragrance that I want to take a peek at, this is a sample again that was sent to me. Of course, a lot of us get sent these samples from department stores. I get them from Saks, I get them from Nordstrom's, and I get them from Macy's, and they just come in like a little box, maybe about this big, this wide, and I get like anywhere between 3 to 5 samples of these a month without asking for them. Sometimes I'll go on and if I see they're giving out free samples, I'll send for them. But I get these on the regular, okay? Which I don't know how that got started, but I'm very grateful and I love it because I don't request these, especially from Macy's. They just send them, and I very rarely shop at Macy's at all, unless it's something for my son during like holidays or something like that. I don't really frequent Macy's all that much. Okay, but anyway, this is 1 Million by Paco Rabanne, and this is what the little sample looks like, and it's of course gold like the bottle itself. You open it up and you can kind of see that what the bottle looks like. I'm not sure yet what the fragrance smells like, but this bottle is banging. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. Now I can tell already that I do purchase fragrances for my son. This is probably something I would not purchase for him. He is a teenager, and I don't want him walking around smelling like he's 30 years old. You know, I'm already a grandmother. We're not trying to get it started. But this is absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to come on and do a review on this because I see a lot of gentlemen talking about this fragrance on YouTube, and so I wanted to come on and give my little spiel on it. Okay, so let's take it out of here. Now the note on here says that this is a provocatively sexy, fresh, spicy leather accord. So that's what got my attention, because I love a leather note in my fragrances. I've got several fragrances in my collection that have a leather note in them. I love leather and suede notes. You may have, if you're a collector, you may have some fragrances with those notes in them. Your fall and winter fragrances that are really, really deep and sultry and seductive, they may have a suede or a leather note in them. You just may not know that. But I love a leather note in my fragrances. When I tell you, all right. And it also says that it is daring and debonair. So who don't want a debonair man? All right. Paco Rabanne. So this is the little tester here. I'm going to spray it on the card because I don't want to smell like a man today or ever. I'm all things about the girl. Okay. We got to let men be men, ladies. Okay. We got to let them be men, and we got to be the women. Okay. It's important. It's really, really important. It's okay to be feminine and soft. And I'm not saying being a pushover, but it's okay to be a girl and be feminine and, you know, sensuous and being a lady. It's okay. So let's go ahead and spray the card. You know you're going to get me started, so it's okay to be a girl. You can know how to climb trees and hop fences and still be a girl. Okay? All right, so we're going to spray that. All right. Now, first off the bat, this smells like an aftershave, like straight up. So we're going to let it die down a little bit. All right. We're going to let that calm its nerve. And while we're doing that, I'm going to read your main accords. Your main accords of this sample that I was sent is a white floral. It's strong too. White floral is amber. It has tuberose. It is animalic, which is one of my favorite. I love Animalic fragrances and colognes. Love them because of the way my pheromones are set up. Animalic is my thing. Woody is salty. It's tropical, leather, musky, and coconut. Okay, cause that first spray out, I was like, It was real minty and real kind of like, it smelled like medicine. I don't, like Mercurochrome or something. If you're under the age of 40, you don't know what Mercurochrome is. It's okay. Okay, so we're going to let that calm down. As it's calming down, I kind of like it a little bit. So we'll find out. And it's funny because normally when you spray out a fragrance and you go, at first, they end up being your favorite colognes and fragrances. So we got to give it a chance. But at first, it's like, It's starting to calm down, though. I like it. It's sexy. This is a this is an aphrodisiac. Yes, it is. Colorme gonna tell you about those aphrodisiacs. You got to be careful. So in just a minute, and it doesn't give us a whole lot of information on this fragrance. This fragrance was actually launched in 2020. So I'll come back and tell you a little bit about more what I think about this and what I gift this to my significant other when I get one. Hint, hint. Okay, so, all right. So again, let's read this question. This is serious. I gotta unfold my legs, y'all. This is a beefy question. Again, this says, Dear Colorme, recently I found out that there is a insurance policy with a signature that has been forged with my signature. Without going into details, I need help on what to do and how to handle this. Well, obviously, the people who did this, I'm assuming they're family members, they really don't care anything about you, for one. Okay? They really don't. If you didn't find out from the people who did this, which you probably didn't because they forged your signature, which is the first crime, then I would allow your spirit man, God, the Holy Spirit, whatever speaks to your spirit and your soul that told you this information, whether it was through a dream or whatever, to guide you on how to handle this situation. Now, this is just my opinion. This is how I would handle the situation. Sometimes you have to let things play out. And when you do that and you allow God to handle situations like this, you come out on the better end of the situation. Okay? It's up to you how you handle this. There are several ways that you can go about this. You can hire an investigator to handle the situation. You can go through and do the research yourself, or you can just allow time to pass and let things unfold, and then things will happen for you the way they're supposed to happen for you. So that's how, my first impression on how I would handle that. I would go about it. But yeah, the first crime is a forged signature on a legal documentation, like a life insurance policy or anything like that. That's illegal. And anybody that's involved in that life insurance policy, that signed off on that life insurance policy, that thought they was going to get a piece of it, it's all a crime. All of them going down. So, it's up to you. I don't know how close of a relationship you have with the said people who had this documentation, purchased it, signed off on it, who forged your signature. Okay? All of that has a lot to do with how you handle it. So that information is really, really, really important. And that is why it is so important to watch who you give your personal information to and who you tell your personal business to. Because whoever did this, they have to be close enough to you to be able to get that information, like your social, your date of birth, to be able to even think that they could get away with signing your name. on a document like that. So, I wouldn't let them know that I knew anything about that, because it's not even worth it, in my opinion. It'll all come out in the wash. It will. And you're probably interested to find out, like, well, so what it's worth, and all of those types of things. But if the person that has passed away, that person that the legal documentation is on has passed away, that money is yours. It is yours. And so, I have a client that's a lawyer, and he shares a lot of information with me, just because we're cool about family issues and things of this sort. Just trying to, we just talk sometimes, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but he deals in family situations and cases like this when it comes to, like, property and life insurance policies, forged signatures, and things of that nature. And like I said, I would just let everything play out. A lot of times you just have to allow life to take place on its own, and that's the best way to resolve issues like that, especially if they're family members. Even if they don't care too much about you and you don't have a relationship or a connection with them, obviously they don't care or don't love you, because they would never, a person that really, really cares about you and really loves you would never, and I'll say this again, would never do anything like that. So everybody has their different means of what love really means. But if someone puts money before your care and concern, that's not love. I don't care how you try to figure it out. I don't care what type of relationship you've had in the past with them. I don't care what type of things that they may have done for you, and things of that nature. That's not love. Plain and simple. So that might be a little hurtful for you. But yeah, that's not love. So I would just separate yourself from that. When it comes down to things like that, if they weren't thinking about you at the time that they did this, then separate yourself from that situation. It's no longer a family, it's business. Okay? And that is a crime. There are about 6 crimes that were committed by them doing that to you, or doing that on your behalf and forging your signature. So like I said, I would just let it play out. I wouldn't even get involved in it. But it's a blessing that you know that. It's very important that for me, I wouldn't say anything. I would just let it play out. Trust me. You'll get, God will bless you with what you need and what you're supposed to have. I wouldn't even worry about that. Especially if it's a very sensitive subject and a very sensitive topic on your behalf. I would just let it play out. Okay? So I'm glad that you were strong enough to reach out to me to ask me that question and find out what I thought about it. There are a lot of legal ways that you could go about that, but there will be people going to jail and things of that nature, and sometimes you have to do that too. Obviously they didn't care anything about you when they did this, so why should you care about what happens to them now? So you have 2 options. You can take the legal route, or you can sit back and you can just wait and be patient. It's all up to you. So I don't want to be the person that tells you do this way, because I can definitely tell you exactly how to get it done. Definitely. But, like I said, it's up to you and whatever your heartstrings are telling you. Where is your heart guiding you? What is your heart telling you to do? What is God speaking to you in this season of your life on how to handle this situation? So that's how I would go. Okay? That's the direction I would go. All right? So good luck to you. Godspeed. So yeah, that's what I would do. All right? So let's get into this cologne that we sprayed to see what we think about it. Again, this is 1 Million Parfum by Paco Rabanne. I like this. It's really, really strong though. So if a gentleman wears this cologne, I would go very light on the sprays, because this can go from really sexy to queasy. If anybody knows what queasy means, it's when you get that real weird feeling in your stomach when you eat too much watermelon and you don't know whether you want to take a nap or throw up. Yeah, that's what this gives me. This is a leather fragrance for me, and again, the leather note in this fragrance is too strong, in my opinion. It's too strong. So this would take a gentleman that turns strong fragrances into kind of like a sweet, soft, noted fragrance. And it just all depends on your body chemistry and your pheromones, because no matter what this fragrance smells like, when you spray it on a piece of paper or on your skin, you don't know what this cologne or fragrance smells like until your body chemistry connects with the molecules of that actual cologne or perfume. But for me, on the paper, the leather note is a little bit too strong for me. It's sexy and it's definitely an aphrodisiac, but it's a little bit too strong for me to like. So again, this is a leather fragrance for men. This is a new fragrance. 1 Million Parfum was launched in 2020. Okay, 1 Million Parfum was created by Quentin Biche and Christophe Renaud. Absolutely sexy, but the leather note is getting to me. It's sexy though, so I'd be interested to find out what this would smell like on an actual male, because on the card, that leather note is doing too much for me. It really is. It almost has a little bit of a scent of, like I said, it's kind of medicine-y, and I don't know where that's coming from in this fragrance. So for me, this would be a pass if I were purchasing this for my boo thing when I get one. Mind your business. Yeah, this would be a pass for me. Now, what I would do is I would let him try it and ask him to try it on and see how it smells on him, and then make my final decision on whether I like this. But on a piece of paper and straight off the bat, it's a no for me for 1 Million Parfum by Paco Rabanne, which surprises me because Paco Rabanne is always been my friend. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna hop off of here. I've been on here just a little bit too long. I do greatly appreciate all of my viewers, my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate you guys, and I value your time, and I thank you so much for hanging out with me, embracing me into the YouTube family. I do appreciate the positive comments, the not so positive comments, and there and above. I do want to end this video with this one note. You gotta watch who you poop on, because you may end up eating that very poop. This is Colorme+My Lynn saying God bless you guys. Bye for now. Peace.